This video is not financial advice and does not constitute an individual investment recommendation. You know you should pay the highest rate debt first. You pay the lowest. You know you shouldn't take out a new loan. You do. The psychology of debt isn't about not knowing what to do. It's about something deeper. The average American carries over $96,000 in debt. Financial literacy education has expanded for 20 years. Consumer debt has continued to grow. Knowledge isn't solving the problem. Debt creates shame. Shame creates avoidance. You stop opening statements. Don't answer calls. Avoid the topic with your partner. This isn't weakness, it's a psychological defense against unbearable shame. And it makes the situation measurably worse. Debt creates cognitive tunnel vision, narrowing of mental focus to only the urgent. You can see the immediate problem clearly. You lose peripheral vision for the long term. You take a 25% APR loan to cover a bill without seeing that it makes everything worse. The minimum payment creates the illusion of control. I'm paying, so things are fine. But at 20% APR, the minimum payment barely covers interest. The principal barely shrinks. This is not accidental design. It's intentional. Mathematically correct, the avalanche method, pay highest rate first. Psychologically more effective, the snowball method, pay smallest balance first. A quick win releases dopamine. Motivation to continue. Research shows snowball users pay off debt faster despite the math. Debt changes how you see yourself. Being a debtor becomes part of your identity. Dangerous, your brain then makes decisions consistent with debtor identity. I'm in debt, so investing makes no sense. I'm already losing, so what's another purchase? The logic of temporary relief, a new loan removes immediate pain. The overall situation worsens, but that pain comes later. A brain under financial stress chooses relief now over improvement later. This is not stupidity. It's hyperbolic discounting under stress. Debt is the leading cause of financial conflict in American marriages. Shame prevents honest conversation. Partners hide debt. When the truth emerges, it hits trust, not just the budget. Early painful conversation versus late catastrophic revelation. Refinancing at a lower rate is mathematically beneficial. Psychologically risky, the freed monthly payment is typically spent rather than applied to principal. People refinance and accumulate new debt. The cycle repeats with a new lower rate loan as the platform. Step 1. Write every debt balance and interest rate. Most people in debt don't know their exact total. This is itself a symptom. Step 2. Choose a method: avalanche or snowball. Step 3. Automate a payment above the minimum on one debt. With the snowball method, each paid-off account is a milestone. Mark it. Tell someone. Write it down. Small wins release dopamine. Continued motivation comes from chemistry, not willpower. Design your debt payoff to create regular wins. Not all debt is rational. Much of it is emotional. Vacation on credit to feel you deserve rest. New device on credit to feel successful. Understanding the emotional trigger behind each debt is the first step toward preventing the next one. Debt is a symptom, not the disease. The disease might be financial anxiety, imposter syndrome, or emotional spending. Treating the symptom without addressing the cause produces temporary relief. A year later, the debt is back. The psychology matters more than the payment plan. Telling one honest person about your debt partner, close friend, accountability partner measurably improves payoff behavior. Shame thrives in secrecy. Naming the debt out loud begins to remove its hold. Not for advice. Just to say it honestly. The psychology of debt matters more than the math of debt. The snowball method works better than avalanche because it accounts for motivation. Shame worsens situations, honesty improves them. First step: write every debt down. Today. High interest debt creates a mathematical spiral. At 25% APR, unpaid debt roughly doubles every 3 years. Delaying today makes tomorrow's debt significantly larger. The spiral compounds regardless of your intentions. Debt creates chronic cognitive load. Background financial worry reduces concentration and work performance. People in debt consistently perform below their potential. Paying off debt literally frees cognitive bandwidth. Your credit score is the quantified record of your payment behavior. It affects loan rates, housing rental approval, and in some states employment screening. On-time payments raise it. Missed payments lower it. It's the tangible financial consequence of debt behavior made visible. Debt is borrowing money from your future self, who has to repay it with interest. When you reframe it this way, debt becomes concrete. Who's paying this loan? Future you. A year from now. Future you deserves the same consideration as present you. Complete debt payoff is one of the most significant psychological events in a person's financial life. People consistently describe it as lifting a physical weight. Cognitive resources free up. Energy returns. This is not metaphor, it's measurable neuroscience. 3 rules for preventing new debt accumulation. 1. Any new credit purchase above a set amount waits 72 hours. 2. Never borrow for depreciating assets, clothing, electronics, vacations. 3. No new debt if monthly payment exceeds 10% of take-home income. Research on long-term financial well-being consistently shows living consumer debt-free is one of the strongest predictors of financial security 20 years out, independent of income level. Not how much you earn. How much you owe. Debt is math, but primarily psychology. Shame creates avoidance that creates more debt. The snowball works because it engineers wins. Honesty works because it dismantles shame. Start with the inventory because the unknown is always scarier than the known. Comment below, which debt method are you using, snowball, avalanche, or neither? Honest answer is the starting point. If this was useful, hit like. Subscribe and ring the bell. See you next time.